Welcome to Claude Code News. Today we're covering version 2.1.88, a big reliability release with over 30 fixes targeting long sessions, hooks extensibility, cross-platform stability, and some genuinely painful bugs that have been tripping up power users and CI pipelines alike. Let's get into it. First up, a new hook event for automation authors. When Claude is running in auto mode and the classifier denies a command, the new permission-denied hook now fires. Your hook script can inspect the denial and return hot, retry, true, to tell the model it's safe to try again. This is a huge unlock for CI pipelines and custom permission logic where you want a second opinion on blocked commands without halting the whole session. If you've ever winced at the screen tearing when Claude Code redraws in a busy terminal session, there's now an opt-in fix. Set the environment variable Claude Code no flicker to 1R, and you'll get flicker-free alt-screen rendering with virtualized scrollback. This uses a smarter diffing strategy so only changed lines are redrawn, keeping your terminal smooth even during heavy parallel tool use. Here's one that hit automation and SDK users hard. A schema cache bug in StructuredOutput was causing roughly a 50% failure rate in workflows that used multiple schemas in the same run. That's a coin flip on whether your structured data workflow succeeds. This is now fixed. The cache correctly distinguishes between schemas and returns the right validator every time. Version 2.188 is essentially a long session stability patch. There were several compounding issues. Tool schema bytes were changing mid-session, causing prompt cache misses and burning extra tokens. Nested Claude.md files were being re-injected dozens of times, and large JSON inputs were being retained as LRU cache keys, slowly leaking memory. All three are now fixed. On top of that, a potential out-of-memory crash when the edit tool was used on files larger than 1 GB has been resolved, and a separate crash when removing messages from session files over 50 megabytes is also squashed. A few more targeted fixes worth calling out. The hook's if condition filter was silently ignoring compound commands like ls and git push, and commands with environment variable prefixes like foobar git push. Both now match correctly. The misleading rate limit reached message that appeared on entitlement errors is gone. You'll now see the actual error with actionable hints. The LSP server no longer gets stuck in a zombie state after a crash. It auto-restarts on the next request. And the @stats command got two fixes. It no longer drops historical data beyond 30 days on format changes, and it now correctly counts tokens from subagent and fork usage that were previously excluded. Cross-platform users also get a round of polish. On Windows, the edit and write tools were doubling CRLF line endings and stripping Markdown hardline breaks. That's fixed. PowerShell 5.1 was incorrectly reporting failures when commands like git push wrote progress output to starter. Also fixed, with improved version-aware syntax guidance for 5.1 versus 7+. Voice mode gets 3 fixes. Microphone permission requests now work on macOS Apple Silicon. Push-to-talk activates correctly for modifier combo bindings, and the WebSocket upgrade error on Windows is resolved. And prompt history entries containing CJK characters or emoji were being silently dropped at 4 kilobyte boundaries. That silent data loss is now gone. One behavior change to be aware of. Thinking summaries are no longer generated by default in interactive sessions. If you relied on those inline reasoning digests, you can bring them back by setting Show Thinking Summaries, true, in your settings file. The motivation here is cleaner output for most users who found the summaries noisy, but the toggle is right there if you want them back. That wraps up version 2.1.88, a deep reliability pass that makes long sessions, hooks-based automation, and cross-platform workflows significantly more trustworthy. If this was useful, hit subscribe so you never miss a Claude Code update. See you next time.